Let's talk about the 10 signs your body is asking for these nutrients and how would you know? Okay, number one, bleeding gums. So if this is something when you are brushing your teeth or flossing your teeth that you notice that there's some bleeding happening, really your gums should never bleed. This could be a vitamin C deficiency. So you may be lacking in that vitamin C. Okay, number two, another sign that you're lacking in nutrients is getting those longitudinal ridges on your nails. This is an indication of perhaps a low thyroid function and an iodine deficiency. Number three, if you're prone to getting muscle spasms, so you're working out and you either get the Charlie horse in your hamstrings or you get spasms in your muscles, it could be in your legs, it could even be those eye twitches. This can be a magnesium and or a potassium deficiency. So regulating those electrolytes is going to be really important for you. Most of us are deficient in magnesium and you may need to supplement with something like a magnesium bisglycinate, which really does help as a natural muscle relaxant to help with those muscle spasms. Okay, number four on my list is canker sores. So did you know that a vitamin B12 deficiency is related to developing canker sores? And this is very, very common to be low in vitamin B12. We used to once say that it was just, mostly vegetarians that had a B12 deficiency, but unfortunately, due to our modern farming and agriculture, and if you do eat animal products, they're not always high in vitamin B12. If they're not always grass-fed, you could be running that risk of not getting enough vitamin B12 in your animal-sourced foods. Okay, number five on the list is a lot of fatigue. So if you're tired all the time and you're struggling to get your energy levels up, this could be an iron deficiency, which is very common as well. A lot of people may be ingesting some iron in their diet, but because of a lack of a healthy microbiome, you're not necessarily always absorbing that iron as well as you should, and that can be giving you that sign of that low energy. Okay, number six on my list is high blood pressure, as that's related to a magnesium deficiency. And also, if you think about this nutrient, sunlight. So sunlight is super important to help to regulate your blood pressure levels. I've got a lot of content and videos all about why it's so important that we get our natural sunlight exposure on our bare skin, in our eyes. So please check out my other videos all about the sun. Okay, number seven, dry skin patches. This is really common to have little patches of what may be diagnosed as eczema. This can be related to a DHA, so that important omega-3 fatty acid, a DHA deficiency. So if you're simply not getting enough of those omega-3s in your diet, our diet tends to be much higher naturally in the omega-6s, which can be very inflammatory, and that's one of those signs of those omega-6s is to get those little dry patches on the skin. They could be on the face, they really could be anywhere. So getting enough of that DHA is super important. You may need to supplement with a high quality fish oil high in that DHA. Okay, number eight is blurred vision. So of course this has many causes, but the nutrients specifically are lutein and zeaxanthin that you may be deficient in. And these are very specific carotenoids, they're antioxidants that come from nature to help to actually give that antioxidant status to our retinal cells and of course the cells at the back of the eye and the macula. So that's really important. Blurred vision could also be related to a vitamin B12 deficiency and of course those omega-3s as well. So getting enough of that DHA, super important. Okay, number nine on my list, loss of taste and smell. This can be a zinc deficiency. It can also be related to a copper deficiency, so it's something that you definitely want to make sure that you are optimizing your zinc levels and of course doing it naturally. And number 10 on my list, are you hungry all the time? Well, this could be an indication of a protein deficiency. So that macronutrient, your proteins, is something that is going to help to keep that satiety level, so helping you feel full longer. Now, when you're lacking in protein, you could be hungry all the time. You may be overdoing a little bit with the carbohydrates, spiking your blood glucose levels all the time. You really need to get enough of that protein to stabilize your blood sugar levels. And this can also be tied back to leptin resistance, something that I talk about in other videos as well. In terms of finding that balance with your blood glucose, you usually have the leptin resistance before you actually develop that insulin resistance. So fixing that leptin resistance is going to be really important. Now, for more information on what vitamins you should not be taking together, because a lot of people make a mistake in this department, please check out my video, 10 vitamins you should never take together. I'll see you there.